Hello everyone, you're very welcome to this live stream today. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about abundance and the energy of money. And this is quite an emotive topic, and it's a topic that I could share a lot about, but I'm going to come in and just speak from my heart. And I have a few little notes here just to keep me somewhat on track, because as I say, it is a very emotive topic. It's a topic that there's a lot of energetic healing that can be required around it for different people, depending on your old conditioning and what is going on, what money stories and what abundance stories that you're running. So for those of you who are going to join me live, or see with somebody live, just let me know where you're calling in from, where you're watching from. And if you're watching the replay, please do share this replay with others, because this has been inspired. While I've done some, I've worked with clients and I've helped to transform their money story. There's always work to be done on our money story and abundance. And I'm just going to give some pointers on what I feel are important to share with you today. And because I work quite intuitively, I'm not quite sure what exactly is going to come out of my mouth. I may do some energetic healing on this, I may not. But first of all, what I want to talk about is, this really has been inspired because I've been getting nudges to come in and talk about abundance and money, and it's been confirmed through spiritual team that I have around me. And also it's been inspired by some ladies who want to join an online program that I have coming up on the 8th of June, but are telling me that the money is an issue for them right now, that it sounds amazing, it sounds wonderful, but they have other expenses or they can't afford it right now. And I'm not negating that in any way. However, money is energy. And what I'm here to tell you is that you can shift, change, transform your money story. I've done quite a bit of work on my own money story. I'm seeing more evidence of it even shifting more this month, even amidst COVID-19. There are plenty of businesses thriving amidst COVID-19. So what I'm urging you today to do is to focus on what energetic vibration are you focusing on. Are you focusing and giving your attention to lack, fear, collective fear? There's quite a lot of collective fear out there around money. And if you are a sensitive, empathic being, you more than likely are picking that up more than other people who may not be quite as sensitive as myself and yourself, if you can resonate with that. So it is about focusing on an abundant mindset, because what we appreciate accumulates. And I'm a big fan of gratitude, and I've been guided to really even ramp up my own practice of gratitude, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. And it's gratitude for the home that we live in, gratitude for the clothes that we have on our back, gratitude for the food that we have in our fridge, because a lot of the population of the world don't even have those luxuries that we have here in the West. And yes, I know there are a lot of people who are living in, low financial energy at the moment, but everything is energy, and I'm here to encourage you to know that you can shift and change that energy if that's what you so choose to do. And I'm being called to talk more openly about this as well, and say I have already some material recorded, and this is a topic that I'm going to be covering every month over the 6 months of my online program, Sacred Simplicity. I'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end and give you an opportunity to talk to me if you're interested in that. But what I want you to do today is, as I said earlier, just focus on or pay attention to, become aware, because awareness is the key to transformation. Become aware of what stories are you telling yourself. Are you getting caught up in the fear of, it's COVID-19 and there's very uncertain times, and yes, there are a lot of people losing their jobs. Yes, there's a lot of that happening out there. However, I personally choose not to get sucked into that energy, because I know that it's within me and it's within my energetic vibration and signature that I have the choice and I have the power to change and upgrade and up-level my money story, so that I call more money, more abundance in all forms. And I'm talking about abundance of joy, abundance of health, abundance of laughter, abundance of relationships, abundance of support in your life, whether you have a business or you don't have a business, abundance of financial money coming in, because it actually it upsets me, to be honest, in a way, to know that there are women out there who want to work with me but are stuck in their old money story and maybe depending on others to bring income in for them. And I know everybody's circumstances is different, and I'm not here to go into that today, but I'm talking very globally. But if you are interested in working on your money story, it can be done one-to-one with me, or it can be done, as I say, in my private group. I have noticed that the more that I shift my own energetic vibration, the easier the clients are starting to come in for me. And there are times when, if we're in business, that the money flow might come in more than others. Okay? But what I'm here to urge you to think about is, what are you thinking? What stories are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that people can't afford to pay you because of the unprecedented times that you're in? Are you telling yourself and making judgments on other people's money stories before you even talk to them, assuming that they don't have money, assuming that they can't pay you in full for your services, assuming that because of their life circumstances that you're seeing and you're making assumptions and you're making judgments on? For all you know, somebody you're speaking with, and I'm speaking to somebody in business now, they could have plenty of thousands of euros saved in a savings account. They may have got an inheritance. And I always remember the story of one of my very first trainers talking about, never assume that somebody doesn't have the money to pay you. Because she told the story of a guy who was unemployed, and he came to her and he asked her to support him through whatever number of sessions. She heard the word unemployed. She assumed he didn't have much money. She reduced her fees. He said yes to working with her. And over the period of working with her, he disclosed to her that he had got a big redundancy because he worked in a bank, and this is somewhere in the UK. And she was like, oh my God, I'm after reducing my fees because I made the incorrect assumption that this man didn't have money because of his employment status. So that's just a story that I'm sharing, that's come intuitively to share with you, to never make assumptions about somebody's money story. And are you focus on what language are you using? Are you feeling, and again, it's the feeling energy. How are you feeling? Are you feeling lack energy in your vibration? Or are you feeling abundant? Are you appreciating the food that you're eating on a daily basis? Are you appreciating the clothes that you're wearing? Are you appreciate that your heart is beating and keeping you alive without you even have to think of it? What stories are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that I can't afford it? And if that's coming in your language, just ask yourself, how can I afford it? How can I afford it? If you want to do a program, and I've done this because I've invested thousands and thousands on my own training and my own coaching and personal development. And there were times I went into fear around the money issues. And I always got through it because I knew that I needed a particular program to get me to the next level of my evolution. I'm still alive, I'm still safe. Money has come in different ways that I didn't expect. There were times when I needed to pull back from my business, but my husband kept earning income, and that was the flow of income coming with other stuff that we had. So we can focus on feeling broke. You know, I've heard the term, you know, I'm broke. You're not broke. Think of the language that you're using. What messages are you giving your mind, your body, your spirit? If you're telling yourself, I'm broke, you are not broken. You are a human being having a spiritual experience. Money is energy. Money loves to flow, it loves to come in, it loves to come out. And even I'm guided to just the figure of 8, the energy of abundance. We'll be looking at the divine feminine magenta, working with the colours that are associated with money, green, gold, silver, and going into our heart space, attracting money from a very heart space energy. What stories have you heard growing up? Have you grown up with limiting beliefs like rich people are greedy? Money doesn't grow on trees. It's not safe for me to be wealthy. I'm not intelligent enough to be wealthy. I don't look good enough to put myself out there to ask for money. It's not safe for me to ask for money. It's not safe for me to be spiritual and rich, or it's not right for me to be spiritual and rich. And these are just some things that I jotted down before. And as I say, I can go into this in much more depth, and literally looking at individual stories and collective stories, whether working with you one-to-one or in my group program. So, you know, another belief is I have to work hard and I have to work for a long time to earn money. It's not safe for me to be wealthy. Women can't be wealthy. It's okay for men to be wealthy. It's not okay for me as a woman in my own right to be wealthy. Wealthy women look a particular way. You know, we may tell ourselves that we don't look a particular way and that it's not okay for us to be wealthy because we don't have that certain image that we associate with wealth. So our own vision and our own version of wealth, my vision of wealth, what a wealthy woman looks and feels like, you're looking at her, because right now I feel wealthy, I feel abundant. Does that mean that I have 100,000 euros at my fingertips to dispose? No, it doesn't. Not at the moment, but I know it's coming in. So what I'm here to tell you is that I'm on this journey with you. If you're somebody who has money and you're afraid to spend it, well, notice, where does that lack coming from? Is that your particular belief, or are you picking up on a collective energy now that has bought into the fear-based notion of what's going on collectively? And as I said, there are businesses out there thriving. I am in a coaching capacity. I'm an energetic healer. I am in groups where women are earning 6 figures in a month. Now, I'm telling you, if those women can do it, I can do it too, and you can do it. Now, does that happen overnight? Maybe not. The secret is that we need to tune in and we need to take aligned action, because once we get an idea or an inspiration like I got for this live stream to come on and talk openly about abundance and money, and maybe a few years ago I wouldn't have shown up because I was afraid, because I had such fear and lack around my own money story. Inherited. It's not that I didn't have the money, but I had so many thoughts and bullshit stories running in my mind that were keeping me small, keeping me hiding, keeping me from showing up and sharing my gifts with the world. I'm now being called to be open and to be transparent around money and abundance, and to come and talk about it. And as I say, over 6 months, this will be one of the muscles and one of the containers that we're going to be opening up for you to receive. So how receptive are you to receiving money? How receptive are you to receiving a compliment, you know, and saying thank you very much? The energy of abundance isn't just money. It's everything. There's abundance of green grass outside my door as we speak. There's an abundance of birds flying around. There's an abundance of the sky, the sun shining through the sky. So I'm asking you to take note and to look for abundance all around you. And when you start looking at the world through different lens, imagine you're putting on abundance glasses. You're literally taking abundance glasses and you're starting to shift your own perception, shift your thoughts, shift your beliefs, shift your energy, shift your habits and your behaviors. You will notice that you will start to feel better. When we feel better, we are vibrating on a higher level. We attract things easier to us. I have seen this week alone a woman who watched one of my live streams on forgiveness this week. She never came across me before. She watched one live stream. She knew what I was talking about was for her. We had a quick call. She signed up. She paid me in full there and then. Now, I am grateful to receive that. So that's evidence for me that my money story has shifted quite dramatically. So if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. And I know that there's abundance all around us. But my mission is to encourage you to really open up your heart to receive that level of abundance in all forms. Because as women, we have a right to be financially abundant. Because I know if you're watching me, you have a good heart, you have a big heart. You know, my idea of creating wealth for myself through my business, through whatever other methods come in for me, is to help charities that are dear to my heart as well. So I know there can be that humanitarian aspect, and it's not about bringing in balls and buckets of money and storing them under the floorboards or locking them away and it's safe. It's about investing that, spending that, enjoying the pleasure of life. Because let's face it, life is easier when we have more than enough money. Because if we're living in fear and we're afraid that our washing machine is going to break down and we don't have that surplus of income, that's not a very nice space energetically to be living from. You can shift that. It's energy. Money is energy. Money comes through source. Money is an exchange between one person and another. It comes through cash. It comes through online cards. It comes through other people's banks. It comes through PayPal. So Are you ready to receive more abundance of all sorts in your life? You know, if you are in business, perhaps you have a fear of, or if you want to start a business, you have a fear of visibility, you have a fear of being judged, of being criticised, of being ridiculed. I worked with a lady this morning who was afraid of being visible on live stream, afraid of the consequences of that, because our mind, our subconscious mind, will bring in fear-based thoughts and ideas to us. We shifted that fear that was literally preventing her from being visible to get her business out there so that she can bring income into her business. Within a few minutes after our call, she's doing live streams. Now that's taking inspired action. That's taking action from a new energetic space, a higher energetic space. That woman has come to me again very easily. So what I'm saying to you is, you keep doing the work, you keep showing up, you keep focusing on abundance, you keep doing your gratitude journal. And the important thing is that you feel the vibration. There's no point in having a gratitude journal and just writing down, oh, I'm so happy and grateful for the meal that I ate today, and you're not really feeling it. You want to feel it in your heart. You want to feel the passion that, yes, you know what? I am so blessed to have a healthy meal that I ate today. How many millions of people are out there starving? And by you and me being wealthy, wealthy women who deserve to be wealthy, who deserve to break the family paradigms that we've inherited, and particularly if you've been reared in a dysfunctional family, a family maybe that's squandered money on alcohol or drugs or gambling or whatever, you know, or with living with parents who are emotionally unavailable, we can inherit a lot of fear-based energy around money, a lot of lack vibration around money. It can be shifted, because we are the women to change that paradigm. We are the women to change that story for future generations, for the generations of our children, for our past ancestors, and for those that come before us. And yes, we're living in unprecedented times, but that does not mean that you or I go into the downward spiral and the lack mentality. I deliberately only listen to the news every now and again to keep updated with what's going on, but I refuse to get stuck into the lack mentality of what's going on. Because I know that I've come into this planet to help raise women's vibration at this particular time. So there's no accident that we are all alive at this particular time in history, because there is a global awakening going on. And I know there are women who don't want to go back to the jobs that they're in because they weren't happy in them. They want to create their own business. They want to do something different. They want to up-level, up-skill. So why do we unconsciously push away money from coming into us? Because it's unconscious. It's learned behaviour from the ages of 0 to 7. It's conditioned, inherited beliefs. It's society beliefs. Now, each and every one of us have a choice that we hold on to buying into those fear-based stories, or we can take a stand for ourselves and say enough is enough. This moment right here, right now, is where the buck stops with me. The lack of bucks stop with me. It's where I decide that I am stepping in to a newer vibration of the woman who I already am, because you're already amazing. I ask you and urge you to commit to yourself, to take one simple action today, whether that's starting a gratitude journal if you haven't one already. Appreciate everything that you have, even the wobblies that come in and trigger you. Appreciate them, because they're bringing you to help and heal unhealed parts of you that are going to help you to move forward. So if you are interested in working with me one-to-one, or you want to find out about my Sacred Simplicity program, it's a 6-month online program bringing women on a healing journey. We're literally going from the base right up to our soul star. It's all intertwined. We're aligning people. We'll be looking at your money story. We'll be shifting all beliefs every month around money. There's going to be a money theme every month, and each month we'll go through different exercises, from grounding to looking at your creativity, your fun, your divine feminine energy. We'll be looking at your confidence, your self-belief around yourself. We'll be looking at your heart. How open or how closed is your heart? How open or receptive are you to actually receive an abundance in all forms, and money included? Because money can feel like almost a secret or a dirty topic to some people because of the conditioning around it. So what are you listening to? What are you thinking? What are you absorbing? And if you're a highly sensitive empath, my guidance for you is to really watch the material that you're allowing into your mind. Watch your energetic vibration. Keep your energy moving. Keep it shifting. Move your body. Money likes to move. How do we pay attention to our money? Are we ignoring it? Have we abandoned it? Are we putting our heads in the sand like an ostrich, afraid to look at our bank account, afraid to be honest about, this is where I am in my money story, this is the amount of money I have in my accounts, this is the amount of money I want to have, you know, and I'm not going to go into that end of it much on this, but it's very much about how much do we want, how much do we need to survive and pay all our bills, how much more can we have above that makes life easier, and then what's the next level above of real abundance and real financial security for us. There's layers and there's many aspects to work on this. But sometimes, for some people, all it takes is a few simple tweaks and they see the tap turning on and the income starting to roll in. And there are many ways that we can generate income. And what I would say to you is, if you are a woman, I know there's one woman who wants to work with me, but she's dependent right at the moment on her husband for income. If that's the case for you, can you sell something? Can you know, are there clothes in your wardrobes that you can sell? Is there something in your garage that you're not using that you can sell, that you can generate the income to pay the €100 deposit that's required to start my program? Or if it's not working with me, something else that your heart desires. Because if you have a desire from your heart that you want extra income, it's not greedy, it's not wrong, it's not bad, it's not sinful. It is your birthright. Because when you have more money, there can be less stress in your life. You can afford to buy healthier organic foods. You can afford to invest in your education, in your children's education. You can afford to invest in charities, give money away. Whether you do that publicly or quietly is up to you. There are so many possibilities. You can travel, you could, when the time is right, well, we'll be traveling within Ireland this year, but when the time is right, to get on planes and trains and automobiles again. So many possibilities and so many opportunities open to us. You can invest in your website, you can invest in a coach, you can invest in a personal trainer. So many things that you can use money constructively for. So I'm asking you to just drop the crap stories of belief that are running in your mind and know that those thoughts create energy, create emotions, create habits and behaviours and beliefs that you can transform from the inside out. Because 95% of our behaviour comes from our subconscious mind. So who's running the story? Who's running your money story? Just check in. Is it your 2-year-old self, your 5-year-old self, your teenage self? Or is it your mature adult self? Just check in. Is your inner child having a stomp and a tantrum because she doesn't have enough money because she wants to buy herself something? Just check in. And my guess is there are old memories stored there in your subconscious field that are calling out to be transformed, to be lifted, to be lightened, to be healed, to be released, an ancestral energy, so that you can be the change. What is it? Who is it? Is it Nelson Mandela? Be the change you want to see in the world? It starts with us. So be, do and have what you desire. So what's the one action that you can take today to step into the energy of abundance, to be more receptive, to receive love? Because if our heart and if our different chakras are out of alignment and they're closed energetically or they're very sluggish energetically, if we're carrying all those, it's like all those programs that are running in the background. It's like having all these tabs open on your computer. What happens? Your computer starts to slow down. It doesn't start to work. The speed slows down. It's the same for us energetically. If we have all these fear-based limiting stories and programs running in our subconscious mind, we are not functioning to our full capacity. We are not experiencing full health and vitality. We're not sleeping well. We're not working to our full potential. We're afraid of our full potential. We're afraid of being judged. We're afraid of money. And if it does come in, then we might find that we sabotage it, we spend it all, and we're back to square one. So I'll be talking more about this on my public page, but if you are interested in working with me one-to-one or chatting to me about my Sacred Simplicity program, private message me after this live stream. Let's get you booked in. Let's get your energy moving, because really I feel passionate about this. We are at a time of great change. The colours associated with 2020 are green for heart, for your heart and your lungs. No accident, we have coronavirus in 2020. It's also linked to balance, to harmony, to financial abundance. And we have number 2, which is linked to orange, which is, again, it's linked to our sacral chakra, which is creativity, fun, abundance, play, mindfulness, birthing your ideas through you, bringing them out into the world. Whether you're in employment or you're in business, it doesn't matter. Whether you're a stay-at-home mum, it doesn't matter. This program and the way I work is open to women who are over 18, who are interested in up-leveling and upskilling their life, transforming your life from the inside out. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about this. I've been getting lots of spiritual nudges to come on and to talk about abundance and money, and to really start embodying it more and more in my own life. And everything that I do and I shift, I can then hold a space for you to do the same. And maybe you're someone who has 6 figures coming in, or you have maybe 50 grand in the bank sitting there, or you have savings, but maybe you're just afraid to spend it, or there's something holding you back. So what do you need? What money do you want to invest in you? What money do you want to up-level you as a woman, to step into your queenhood, as some coaches call it, to step into that highest version, because that future version of you exists. That future version of you exists. So let's call her in. Let's literally tap into her energy. But it starts with you saying yes to you. It starts with a heartfelt commitment and an unapologetic desire and action taking to move forward, because I know you're heart-centered if you're following me. I know you're not a greedy woman if you're following me. I know that you have a big heart. I know that you're here to change humanity in whatever way you're here to do it. You're here to help rear your children. You're here to transform the money story for yourself and for your children moving forward. There can be no price financially put on that. And remember, money flows where attention goes. So notice the next time you pay a bill, say thank you out loud or silently that you could afford to pay that bill. Thank you for the service that it brought you. Thank you for the money that is putting food on your table. Thank you for the money that's bringing the electricity into your house, that's actually allowing you to look at live streams for me, to help and shift and change your vibration. So, any questions? I see with people joining me live. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the replay. If you are interested in chatting to me about transforming and up-leveling your life and stepping into a more empowered version of yourself, where you feel confident and happy and joyful and at ease and at peace from the inside out, private message me and let's have a call. So I'm just going to pause and see, do we have any messages? Any, okay, let's see, Michelle, Carmel, there was somebody else joining me. Thanks for joining me live. And please do share this replay with your friends, because you may just be very instrumental in shifting one or more women's lives, because the world needs this work. I didn't spend the last 10 years training for me not to share this with the world, and I have to get over myself, and here I am. So let's ramp up our abundance vibe. I just want to see now if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah, so I think that's I'm not guided to do any editor clearing on this one. How long have I been on? What time of day is it? Oh, crikey, I'm half an hour nearly on live. See, time flies when you're having fun. Absolutely love my work. So, any comments? Maybe just even comment a yes. Did what I speak of resonate with you in some way? And you know what? It may even bring up uncomfortable emotions for some of you. It may bring up tears. It may bring up memories. Take full responsibility for your own health and well-being. If you're new to tapping, just go to my YouTube or go to the videos at the top of the page. Check out the tapping, check out the free color meditations that I have, and use them to help you. And know that it's normal, because it is a very emotive topic. So if it is shifting stuff in you, know that that actually is good. Even though it might feel uncomfortable, it's actually good because it's stirring the molecules of emotion. It's stirring you and it's telling you that you deserve more. And because within every complaint that we have, if we're telling ourselves, I can't afford it, what is the desire you have? The desire is that I can easily afford it. So change your mantra. I can easily afford anything I choose. Life is easy and joyful for me. My life is abundant in all ways. Start soaking your mind with those positive affirmations. And positive affirmations are wonderful. However, we also need to go in and we need to excavate and clear the energy. And that's what I'm here for. I do it on a deep level. And my client today was saying that she was loving the deep energy healing that we're doing, and she has made massive leaps forward in a short space of time. So imagine working with me over 6 months in a very sacred, closed, private space where you have the support of myself and you have support of other women who are on the same journey with you. And if you're telling yourself, oh, I don't want people seeing what I'm going to say, everybody is going to be in the same boat. We're going to clear any resistance to being relaxed and open to receive support in all forms. That's my intention for the group. That's why it's private, it's sacred, it's bringing simplicity back into our lives. It's letting go of the hardship, letting go of the complications that we can bring to life, the stories that life has to be hard, or that we have to struggle, or that we have to be in drama or fear. It's letting go of that stuff so that we can bring in simplicity into the way that we live, and that we can create habits and rituals that serve us on a daily basis, in the good times and in any challenging times, because we're here to grow and evolve. So I think I've enough said for now. As I say, I just hang on for another minute, and thank you so much for joining me. Wishing you an amazing, abundant, happy, joyful day. And just check in with your body. Check in with your body. What's your heart? What message is your heart giving you right now? And if you're feeling guided to chat to me, private message me. Let's book a call. And share this with your friends, because the world needs this work now more than ever. And if you are somebody working on the front line, stressed out from all the amazing work that you've been doing, I will say to you that it is possible that when things start slowing down, that there is a possibility of some levels of post-traumatic stress and needing to be held in a sacred space to transform your energy. If that's you, let's chat. Let's see how I can support you. Because really and truly, there are people out there in the front line doing amazing work, but holding on to unresolved stress, pushing it down because they haven't time to process it properly, because they're so busy looking after everyone else, doing an amazing job for the world. So big heartfelt thanks to everyone who has contributed in any way to moving this coronavirus out of people's lives. So share this, and I shall see you very soon. Bye for now.